Today's video is one that I am genuinely excited to share with you, because unlike so many health topics that focus on what you should stop doing, today we are talking about something simple, affordable, and absolutely delicious that you can start doing tomorrow morning. We are talking about one specific fruit, a fruit that most of you probably already have in your kitchen or can find at any grocery store in America, that has been shown in multiple scientific studies to actively unclog your arteries, reduce dangerous inflammation, and dramatically improve your cardiovascular health after 60. And the best part, it costs just a few dollars a week. You do not need a prescription. You do not need a doctor's visit. You just need to eat it every single morning. Stay with me until the end, because I am also going to share exactly how to eat this fruit to get the maximum benefit, and I will tell you about 4 other powerful foods you can combine it with to make your morning routine even more heart protective. Before we begin, I want to remind you that everything in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Always consult your qualified doctor or healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you are currently managing heart disease, diabetes, or taking blood-thinning medications. All right, let us get into it. First, I want you to understand exactly what is happening inside your arteries right now, because once you see this picture clearly, you will understand why this fruit is so incredibly powerful. Your arteries are the highways of your cardiovascular system. They carry oxygen-rich blood from your heart to every single organ and tissue in your body, your brain, your kidneys, your legs, your eyes. Everything depends on clean, open, flexible arteries. When you are young, your arteries are smooth, flexible, and wide open. Blood flows through them freely and easily. But starting in your 30s and 40s and accelerating significantly after 60, a process called atherosclerosis begins to develop. This is the gradual buildup of a sticky substance called plaque inside your artery walls. This plaque is made up of cholesterol, fat, calcium, and other substances from your blood. Over time, this plaque hardens and narrows your arteries, like rust building up inside a pipe. The opening through which blood can flow gets smaller and smaller. When this happens in the arteries leading to your heart, it causes coronary artery disease, the leading cause of heart attacks in America. When it happens in the arteries leading to your brain, it dramatically increases your risk of stroke. When it happens in the arteries of your legs, it causes a painful condition called peripheral artery disease that makes walking extremely difficult. And here is the frightening part. This process is almost entirely silent. Most people have no idea their arteries are narrowing until they have a heart attack or a stroke. But here is the empowering truth. Research has shown that what you eat every single day has a profound effect on the health of your arteries. Certain foods can slow plaque buildup, certain foods can reduce inflammation in artery walls, and certain foods can actually help reverse some of the damage that has already been done. And the fruit we are talking about today is one of the most powerful of all. The fruit is the pomegranate. Now, some of you may be very familiar with pomegranates. Others may have seen them in the grocery store but never really known what to do with them. And some of you might be more familiar with pomegranate juice than the actual fruit itself. All of these forms of pomegranate are beneficial, but I am going to explain exactly which form gives you the most benefit and how to incorporate it into your morning routine most effectively. So why is the pomegranate so incredibly powerful for your arteries specifically? Let me walk you through the science in plain, simple language. Pomegranates are extraordinarily rich in a group of antioxidant compounds called polyphenols, specifically a type called punicolagens and punicic acid, which are found almost exclusively in pomegranates and are not found in significant amounts in any other fruit. These compounds are so powerful that pomegranate juice has been shown in research to have 3 times the antioxidant activity of red wine and green tea. And antioxidants are critically important for your arteries because one of the primary drivers of plaque buildup is a process called oxidative stress, essentially the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol. When LDL cholesterol becomes oxidized, it sticks to artery walls and begins forming plaque far more aggressively. The antioxidants in pomegranate directly prevent this oxidation from happening, essentially protecting your LDL cholesterol from becoming the sticky, artery-clogging substance it would otherwise become. But that is just the beginning of what pomegranate does for your arteries. A landmark study published in the journal Clinical Nutrition followed patients with carotid artery stenosis, which is a narrowing of the arteries in the neck that supply blood to the brain over a period of 3 years. One group drank pomegranate juice daily. The other group did not. The results were extraordinary. In the group that did not drink pomegranate juice, carotid artery plaque increased by 9% over the 3 years, which is exactly what you would expect as the disease naturally progresses. But in the group that drank pomegranate juice every day, carotid artery plaque actually decreased by 30% over the same period. Not slowed down, not stopped, actually reversed by 30%. This is one of the most remarkable findings in cardiovascular nutrition research, and yet most people have never heard about it. But the benefits of pomegranate for your heart and arteries go even further. Research has shown that regular pomegranate consumption significantly lowers systolic blood pressure, which is the top number in your blood pressure reading. High systolic blood pressure is one of the most dangerous risk factors for heart attack and stroke in seniors. In one study, participants who drank just 5 ounces of pomegranate juice daily for 2 weeks experienced a 5% reduction in systolic blood pressure. And 5% might not sound dramatic, but research shows that even a 5% reduction in blood pressure significantly reduces your risk of having a stroke. Pomegranate has also been shown to reduce LDL cholesterol oxidation by up to 90% in some studies, making it one of the most powerful natural cholesterol protective foods ever studied. It reduces inflammation in artery walls, which is a critical factor because inflamed artery walls are far more likely to develop plaque and far more likely to rupture, which is what causes most heart attacks. And pomegranate has been shown to improve blood flow to the heart muscle itself, meaning your heart receives more oxygen and functions more efficiently. Now, let me tell you exactly how to use pomegranate every morning to get the maximum benefit. The most convenient and effective way for most people is pure pomegranate juice. But there is one critical thing you must know when buying pomegranate juice. You must look for juice that is 100% pure pomegranate juice with no added sugar and no other juices mixed in. Many pomegranate juice products on store shelves are actually mostly apple juice or grape juice with a tiny amount of pomegranate added for color and marketing purposes. These will not give you the benefits we are talking about. Read the ingredient label carefully. The only ingredient should be pomegranate juice. That is it. The research-supported dose is approximately 8 ounces jars, 1 cup bars of pure pomegranate juice each morning. Drink it on its own or mix it into a smoothie. If you prefer the whole fruit, eating the seeds of half to 1 whole pomegranate each morning gives you the added benefit of fiber, which is also extremely beneficial for your cardiovascular health. Pomegranate seeds, also called arils dye, are those beautiful jewel-like red seeds inside the fruit. They are sweet, slightly tart, and absolutely delicious sprinkled over oatmeal, mixed into yogurt, or just eaten by themselves. And if you find fresh pomegranates inconvenient, pomegranate extract supplements are also available, but I would always recommend whole fruit or pure juice as your first choice, since the whole food contains the full spectrum of beneficial compounds working together. Now, I promised you 4 other powerful foods you can combine with your morning pomegranate to create an incredibly heart-protective morning routine. The first is oatmeal. Plain rolled oats contain a specific type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan that has been extensively studied and proven to lower LDL cholesterol. Eating a bowl of plain oatmeal, not the sugary instant packets, but plain rolled oats, every morning alongside your pomegranate juice creates a powerful 1-2 punch against artery plaque. The second is walnuts. Just a small handful of walnuts, about 1 ounce these, contains a remarkable amount of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation in artery walls and improve the flexibility of your blood vessels. Add them to your oatmeal or eat them alongside your pomegranate seeds. The third is ground flaxseed. 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed stirred into your oatmeal or smoothie provides additional omega-3 fats, lignans that have been shown to reduce arterial inflammation, and soluble fiber that helps pull cholesterol out of your bloodstream. The fourth is green tea. Replacing your morning coffee or adding 1 cup of green tea to your morning routine gives you a powerful dose of catechins, which are antioxidants specifically shown to reduce plaque formation in arteries and lower blood pressure. So let me paint a picture of what a truly heart-protective morning could look like for you starting tomorrow. You wake up and drink 1 cup of pure pomegranate juice. You make yourself a bowl of plain rolled oats topped with a small handful of walnuts and a tablespoon of ground flaxseed, and you enjoy a cup of green tea alongside it. That morning routine, which costs just a few dollars a day and takes less than 15 minutes, contains some of the most powerful natural artery protective compounds ever studied by science. And if you do this consistently, every single morning, the research suggests that over weeks and months, you can meaningfully reduce inflammation in your artery walls, slow the progression of plaque buildup, lower your blood pressure, and improve blood flow to your heart and brain. These are not small benefits. These are the kinds of changes that can genuinely reduce your risk of heart attack and stroke, the 2 leading causes of death in Americans over 60. Now, I want to address one question that some of you might be thinking. Is pomegranate safe for everyone? For most healthy adults, absolutely yes. Pomegranate is a natural fruit with an extraordinary safety record. However, there are 2 important cautions. First, if you are taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, also known as Coumadin, please speak with your doctor before adding pomegranate juice to your daily routine, as pomegranate can interact with blood thinners and affect how your medication works. Second, if you are taking medications for high blood pressure, be aware that pomegranate itself also lowers blood pressure, which is usually a good thing, but could potentially cause your blood pressure to drop too low when combined with medication. Again, a simple conversation with your doctor will clarify whether this is a concern for you personally. For everyone else, pomegranate is one of the safest and most powerful natural cardiovascular foods you can add to your diet. Let me leave you with this thought. Heart disease does not happen overnight. It develops silently over decades, 1 meal at a time, 1 morning routine at a time, and it can be slowed, managed, and in many cases significantly reversed, 1 healthy choice at a time. Starting tomorrow morning, you have an opportunity to do something genuinely powerful for your heart, your arteries, and your long-term health. Something simple, something delicious, something backed by real science. 1 cup of pure pomegranate juice. Every single morning. That is it. That is where you start. If this video gave you valuable information, please share it with someone you love who is over 60 and concerned about their heart health. You could genuinely be giving them one of the most important health tips they have ever received. And if you want to keep receiving honest, science-based health information made specifically for people over 50 and 60, make sure you subscribe to Silver Secrets Wellness and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching today. Take care of your heart because it has been beating for you every single second of your life, and it deserves every bit of support you can give it.